Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Keep On Mining. It is an incremental mining sim. Don't know much beyond that. I do know it's short, but I actually kind of like the short little incremental games. They're good for an afternoon, and that's about it. Anyway, welcome to Keep On Mining. Game is simple. Once a mining session starts, hover over rocks to mine them. Circle will follow your cursor. This is a mining area. Rocks inside the mining area. Okay, cool. Pretty standard. Start mining. Let's start with the gold one. That seems probably more valuable. So I'm assuming eventually we get to boost the size of these. Okay, and I do not have much time. Let's see if I can get that one. I did, but I don't think I got more. You receive ores from mining rocks. There are 3 types of rocks that can spawn: normal, chunk, and full. 1, 3, and 7 ores automatically get crafted into bars. Takes 3 ores for a bar. If you have 1 or 2 extra left over, you get an extra bar. Okay, let's upgrade and see what we can get. Okay, more rocks at the start of every mining session, and that is all of the money that I've got. Well, that's fine. At least we get a couple more gold rocks. And yeah, let's keep an eye out for these. It looks like we got plenty of time. And I appreciate the fact that this is not actually like a full-on clicker game. Not to say that clicking is bad, but it's bad. Okay. So increase pickaxe stacks. More rocks spawn. More rocks. Gold rocks spawn chance. I think I'm just going to go for more rocks. More than anything else. The denser this is, the more we make. There's something here. There we go. A little bit of size might not be a bad idea. We did not make much, but we got a bag. Artifact found. Sack of gold. We've leveled up. So let's see what that gets me. Talents. Every mine rock provides experience. You get a talent point when leveling up. Spend your talent points to reveal the talent cards. Choose 1 out of 3. Okay, reveal talent cards. So this is actually really exciting for me. It's an actual meaningful choice. Every second, the mining area has an 8% chance of increasing size by 40% for 2 seconds. Every 6 or a second, you have a 6% chance to drink an energy drink, doubles your mining speed. Or at the end of a mining session, D100 will roll, and if it's 1, 10, or 100, then all ores will be... all ores mined will be tripled. So that's a 3% chance. I think I'm going to go for the mining size. Okay, I like that. That's a good system. One of my most common complaints about most incremental games mostly boils down to the fact that you're not really given a whole lot of meaningful choices. You know, it's usually like, oh, which upgrade do you want to pick? Here's 2. And that's not exciting. Let's see. I'm probably just going to keep increasing the number of rocks we've got. Because the more rocks we got, the more gold rocks we have. I do need some extra size, I think. Okay, let's get over here, get these. Didn't get it. So more rocks. More experience. A little bit more gold chunk rock. Ooh. Increase the value of every mined ore. And so yeah, having level up talent cards that actively do, you only get a choice between 1 of 3, and that decision is permanent. That feels very good to me. Because it means that decision actually made potentially is going to make a difference. Let's keep mining. I don't know what the skull is for, but I'll snag it. Some games would kind of punish you for picking up the skull item. And so I had like a brief mental pause of like, is this safe? Warrior's skull. Oh, right. Artifacts. Small chance to be attached to rock. Okay, so they give us passive buffs. Every 25 mined material will be doubled. 10 more rocks spawn at the beginning of every session. Well, that's nice. Okay. I only have 23 bars, so we've got to keep going. I should go grab that artifact in a second. There we go. Okay, that size increase isn't amazingly good. It's not terrible. Okay, meteorite ore. Got 38 bars. Grab whatever that is. And yeah, we want to mostly just go for the gold rocks if we can. Out of time, but that's okay. Finding a lot of these. Total bars is 50. We want to go until we hit 100. There we go. And yeah, that boosted size is nice. I wonder if I can actually keep getting that upgrade. I should have probably gone for the big ones. I was just, I don't know. I was elsewhere. Kind of an elsewhere kind of day for me. It's one of those where I've been playing probably too much He Is Coming. Now, didn't get that. And so my brain is kind of distracted by that and other things. I don't know. My parents are coming to visit next week, and that always like looms a little bit. Because, you know, it's not one of those where I'm like always prepared for their visit. You know, I need to do cleaning, I need to prep all my work in advance, that kind of jazz. And so I'm always like just a little out of it leading in, which makes incremental games extremely good for just zenning out a little bit. Kind of leading up to that, because, I mean, we could just kind of chill here and not worry about things too much. Well, got enough. Alright, let's buy some upgrades, because this is going to be massive. Increase the value of every mined ore. Of course, it's going to be expensive getting more than that, but we just doubled our income. There we go. Nope. Yep, 34 bars. So I could save up for another one of these. It's 100 every time. Ores mined from chunk rocks 3 to 4. Ooh, that's good. I think I'd still prefer to go for a little bit of like power or other things. Ooh, experience from mined rocks. Oh, there might have been another thing that I could have gotten there. Okay, don't see any artifacts. And yeah, a little bit of mining speed would probably go a long way here. Nope, didn't get it all. Means I should probably go into mining speed. Okay, the anvil. We can craft new pickaxes. Each pickaxe needs a specific type of material to be crafted. Each new pickaxe is a different pickaxe stat. The pickaxe... Huh. Okay, so 65 to grab that one. And then there's other stuff. We also have another artifact. Chance of full material rock... Wait, spawn chance of all full material rocks by 3% of the current chance. And pickaxe stats by 4% across the board. That was nice. We can get both of them. Yeah. Yeah, well, the size booster is going on. I think that was the size booster. Hard to tell. No, the size booster is... You know when it's going. Okay. Every pickaxe hit has a chance to spawn a pickaxe and mine a random rock. Huh, but that costs a resource we don't have. Double pickaxe power. Let's probably go for the experience gain. And I actually can get another talent card. Start of a mining session, campfire will spawn. Player insta-mines rocks. Every rock has a half chance to be replaced with a treasure chest that has 25 random ores. I'm gonna go with this one. The random ores are interesting purely from the perspective of, can I get resources that I wouldn't normally be able to get early as a result of that? Maybe? Obviously, I need a lot more ores on the field to actually, like, maybe make that work. Let's just go for the size. I actually really like this. This is doing a lot of things that I wish more Bullet Heavens, I wish more incremental games would do. And some things that Bullet Heavens would do. Namely, its parallel progression systems, having a fixed progression system, but also a randomized one. Means that there's a lot of stuff for me to be like, ooh, excited for. Okay, that's the extra size. Go for that. Chance to double the value of ores and experience. Yeah, some of those are good. I think we go back and go for raw value. Or, yeah. Because at this point, you know, each of these is worth 2. And I should probably get that up to, like, value of 3 or more. Ooh. Let's see if it gives me other resources. Nope, just gives gold. I mean, hey, I'll take it. I was just hoping it would be a way to, like, cheese the game and get stuff that you would normally be able to get your hands on. Nah, it didn't get it all. Because it'd be pretty funny if I got stuff that I'm not supposed to have. I wish more games would let you sequence break to that degree. I recognize that, like, this is probably not a good test bed for that kind of thing. And let's save up. Let's just focus hard on increasing the value of our ores. And nothing more. Because it's 100 per. And that level of exponential gain is probably going to be extremely valuable to us. Yeah, keep on mining. We'll stop when we have 100. There we go. The music is a little bit of a snoozer. Not a bad way, just a like, oh man. I could just kind of tune out to this. Which I think is kind of a boon. It's one of those where, like, I don't know. Some games, the music really is, like, too much. And you're, like, overly engaged, but in a negative way. And then there's this, which is just like, yeah, I'm here. Alright, so we've maxed that out. So 2,000 for the next one. If I want to go for it. I think we're probably better off going for some of the cheaper, better upgrades. Because, yeah, there's a lot of goodies here. Oh, that might mean another perk. I'll have to double check. Nah. Oh, there's some good value. But yeah, there's just a lot of these, like, small upgrades that probably make a difference. Spawn a rock when a rock is mined. Maybe that's good. I don't think I care. Let's see. Probably gonna snag that and see what else we have. Extra talent point per 5 levels. Okay. Increase mining area by 6%. Every mining session, the mining area will be a different shape. Huh. Let me go with the higher chance of finding artifacts, though. Yeah, the question is, how do we get other resources? Not sure. There it is. Copper rocks will start spawning. Because, yeah, I'd like to get those extra talent points. They're not necessarily that pivotal, but I still want them. Yeah, I ran out of time. Still, we've got enough. Okay, so copper will start spawning, so, yep. Alright, we want to go for as much copper as we possibly can. Because there's a lot of gold upgrades that are nice, but anything that increases my scaling, that's what we want. Okay, we got it. Keep on mining, we need 100. I wonder if the, like, extra talent points applies retroactively. I'd hope so. I've definitely played some games like that where they don't, and it's slightly, I don't want to say annoying, but it punishes you for being slow at prioritizing them. I'm trying to avoid actually breaking other rocks for a bit. Yeah, there was not nearly as much copper on this map as I was hoping for. Like, maybe I don't need to be this selective. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, especially because I just got a level. Okay, one more. There we go. This is what I was hoping for. Let's see. Decent amount of gold. It kind of doesn't really matter how efficient I am here. Alright. Upgrades. Snag that one. So I've also got 276. What else can we do? The experience from mining rocks. Ooh, the mine? Once you've purchased the mine, it'll automatically mine rocks for you. Mine will mine bars instead of ores. Percentage above the total bars frames on the left displays the chance the mine has to mine that type. Ah. Well, I need money. Could grab that one, but I think we grab a couple of these basic upgrades first. Yeah, I could give myself more time. Let's just go with those. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see, grab the artifact. Yep, going for more rocks was a good idea. I'd like to increase my mining area. Got a magic book. Let's take a look at upgrades. So what is this one? 1 extra talent point per 5 levels. Ooh. Let's max that out. What I'd like to do is go for size. But it doesn't look like that's much of an option for me at the moment. Okay. The problem with this many resources, this many ores being present on the map, I'm actually getting kind of bad choice paralysis. You know, I see like all of the places I could mine, and my brain shuts off and just panics a bit. And it's like, good luck, buddy. It's a weird feeling. Okay, do we want to just start saving up? I think we save up for the mine. Maybe. increases mining area. Unfortunately, a lot of these are a little pricey. The multitude of treasure chests in this, though, that feels good. There we go. Yeah, I didn't get more. Still got a lot of stuff. Let's keep mining for a little while. I don't think there's really much reason for me to go back. I think we want to just go until we have enough talent points for something. I think we're about to get 2 more talent points as well on the next level. Yeah, do we keep on mining? I think we just keep on mining. I think our goal here is to, yeah, wait until we level up. Wait until we have a certain amount of copper or gold. Nah, didn't get it. See what we can grab. This one's very good. I think we want to save up for that. I think we just save up for ore value. It's going to be a little while, but it'll probably be worth it. The other one I could go for is experience gain. I think I'll grab that. Even if I want to save up for the 2,000, that's time consuming. Now, do regular rocks just give me copper at this point? Looks like that's very much the case. Or not copper, gold. Always stings a little bit. The 250? No, it's 350. It always stings a little bit when I break rocks right at the end. This one's kind of a wash. I mean, isn't that big of a waste of time, but nothing fancy here. We'll see how many talent points I get from that one. Because if we're lucky, it's a bunch. No, we only got, So I wonder if those only start counting from the level that you've acquired them for. Oof. I mean, certainly possible. Okay. Unfortunately, it's also one of those where the game's a little mild. Usually I find something to latch onto, but like oddly enough, actually, this is one of those bullet heavens that I think apart from maybe the pacing, I don't really have any kind of like commentary. This is just solid. It's slow, maybe? You know, it's got a nice level of interactivity, even if it's mostly just watching, you know, the game mine itself for you, sort of. And it also does feel like it's one of those where probably after a certain threshold, you start scaling really aggressively in a good way. So I think we'll save up for another one of those. 502. Anything else I want to spend gold on? That one just to see what it unlocks. Answer is nothing really. Increasing the pickaxe stats is like one of the other ones. Oh. Every pickaxe hit, chance to spawn a lightning beam at close rock. Huh. Right. I should be working on getting that mine down. I have no idea if it's any good. I'm assuming it either does some kind of idle thing or it gets me extra resources of some kind. But that's probably a good idea, especially if I want to just like walk away for a bit and just let the game run, which I recognize is kind of like design. I'm not a big fan of the incremental games that you just truly are better off letting sit for half an hour. and then coming back. That always feels weird bad to me. Because yeah, I've played a couple where it's just like, no, your best winning move is largely to just let the game idle for 20 minutes, then come back to it periodically to be like, oh, okay, you know, buy a couple upgrades and let it go back to stacking up. Okay, want to keep waiting. We're getting a bunch of talent points. We might be able to afford a level up in retrospect. Oh, there's a treasure chest. I should make sure I grab that before too much time passes. There we go. Got a whole mess of stuff. Let's upgrade. It's 1. Do I have enough talent points? Yes. So reduce the price of all skill tree upgrades by 7%. Start of a mining session, 50% chance to spawn a golden chest. Oh, right. I can also make a better pickaxe. Oh, are they random? Hard to say. Let's get the even better one. Wasn't sure if it was going to have random stats. I do want to get the mine, but getting the better pickaxe is probably a portion of why I was kind of feeling a little underwhelmed. Oh yeah, this makes a difference. Massive difference, in fact. Dang. Okay, let's keep on mining. We want to get 350 copper, 500 gold. There we go. Knew I could get them all at once. I think the improved pickaxe has a bigger radius as well. I was wondering why so many of the like skill tree upgrades were kind of oh-hum. Okay. So now this is, I see. So we have a 94% chance of getting 30 gold. Or no, 94% chance of getting gold. So we can increase the amount of bars mined. And then increase the mining speed. I mean, that's good. Once again, kind of nice, especially if I want to, like, go on a walk or do something. Yeah, the problem is what I really want is, like, a sugary drink, but I should not do that. It was one of those days where just, like, I crave sugar, and I know I shouldn't. I guess I could have increased my mining speed with that. Meh. A big fan of that golden chest. No idea if it's actually that practical. But I'm a big fan of it all the same. Yeah, we broke the rock. I don't think we got more, but we can get some upgrades. Namely, we want to get that one. Go back to the mine, increase that speed just a little bit. Okay, and then I think we start saving our gold. There's not much left for me to spend my gold on. A couple of really expensive things. But yeah, it's really going for the ore value next. I guess we'll go for the pickaxe stats first. Because yeah, the faster I can mine, the more lucrative these trips are going to feel. Because right now they feel, I mean, honestly, a lot better than they were even just minutes ago. Okay. This way I can just kind of smoothly cycle through things. Where am I at? Just trying to think of, like, immediate topics apart from just like, slightly out of it today. Want a sugary drink. The problem is, like, I think when I'm in a kind of a funk, I just become, I don't want to say like a plague of gripes exactly. It's somewhere in there where, like, everything is bugging me just slightly enough that it's like breaking into my commentary. And it's interesting to be in this position and, like, being aware of it. I think there was something about Northernlion had done some commentary. Ooh, there we go. We got a Warrior's Axe and we get 3 level up talents. But we need one more. What does this one do? Chance to double pickaxe powering insta mine rocks. Cool. I think I'm still gonna wait on these. Because I think we want that 200% ore value. But he was talking about, like, kind of stepping back from himself, disassociating a little bit to be like, hey, is this me or is this, like, something beyond my control? I didn't actually watch the full thing, like, too avidly, but it kind of stuck with me all the same, of the examining of, like, you know, hey, is this something that is bothering me that I can do something about, or is this something that is just, like, I'm paraphrasing this terribly. But I often kind of feel that way, where it's just like, I'm grumpy because of something that I can't fully control here, and I need to kind of rein myself in and be like, you know, no, this is something that I am fully responsible for because, you know, it is my behavior, but I also have to recognize that this is not a, like, conscious choice of me being a grouch or, you know, stubborn or overly fixated on something. That this is, I don't know, sometimes it's environmental, so like heat or dryness, or, you know, time and scheduling and other pressure. And I gotta, like, look into mindfulness more often, not in terms of, like, meditation. I've tried that. It's okay. But, you know, just the idea of being aware of, like, your current state of being and how that might affect you in certain ways. Yeah, I definitely want to go for the extra experience gain, but let's leave that for later. Small circle is a chance to shoot in a random direction. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for that. I just want to max out a couple of these. But what was I going to save my copper for? You know, honestly, I think I'm going to just go for the AoE. Okay, I like that little circle. I think my one sadness is that I really wish the level up system, you know, whenever you got those, like, talent books, you could actually go back and invest them further into some of these talents. Because I want to go circle spec. Yeah, I think that is going to be the one, like, perpetual minor complaint I have about a lot of games. Is just the desire to go harder on a specific build and being unable to do so. I think that's, I mean, I've been playing He Is Coming lately, which, I mean, hopefully some of you have seen. To get the context, it's a roguelike, kind of reminds me of Loop Hero. In essence, maybe not so much functionality. Let's see. I don't think I have too much more resources, but it's about, like, build crafting and whatnot, and it feels very good. It's a very satisfying experience and a very satisfying game. But it's one of those where, like, the game is constantly slightly hamstringing your ability to go for, like, a build. And so you're often lucky if you can actually get good synergies going, which is a little unfortunate because the game is also like stupidly hard. At least until you've like memorized every combo or found out every synergy or something like that. And so for me, the idea of chasing cool builds will always be, I think, one of the main draws of roguelikes in general. But also one of my like core frustrations with a lot of them, especially the ones that are weirdly stingy about it. Like, I don't know, maybe it's one of those that the older I get, the more I'm kind of like, on losing. Like, obviously no one wants to lose a game. You know, we'd win every time if we could. And obviously, if you win every single time, there's no tension. But I do find that there's kind of this like weird alternate feeling of I kind of reach a funk where I'm like, what's the point? And I feel like that's a really dangerous place for a bunch of these games to kind of end up. Yeah, we want to save our gold to keep going for that ore value, because that's going to make a huge difference. You know, no matter how many times I try and play this game, I'm ultimately going to lose it, so why bother playing? Like, there are some roguelikes that I've played hours and hours and hours of, and I've seen the final boss a handful of times. An easy example of this would be Gungeon. I'm sure Gungeon is, like, fine and fun, but on a personal level, I suck at it so hard, to the point where, yeah, I'm not, like, excited to play Gungeon ever. You know, I think it's an incredibly cool game. I wish there was a version that was like just 3 times more generous with its drop rates. Just let you really go let loose and hope for the best. You know, maybe make it so that the max health upgrades aren't largely locked behind performance against bosses. Because, ye gods, I cannot fight every boss hitless. That's ridiculous. This is Wander griping about Gungeon time. But I have this problem with like a lot of roguelikes out there that are so mercilessly difficult that you're kind of destined to lose 9 times out of 10. And maybe if it's one of those where like the runs are, you know, only a handful of minutes long, it's fine. But there's a lot of roguelikes out there that is like hours to beat them. And that's only if you know, get lucky and manage to win. Get a good build, or, you know, a number of them are skill-based. I won't just fully discount that, but it always feels like some of it is just, you know, hey, did RNG shine on you? Here, now you have the God run. Did RNG not shine on you? Well, you're toast. I think that those are especially kind of dire for me, where the games where it's like RNG did not shine on you, now you are toast, just feels ultra bad, because the runs where that's not the case, you either just like die instantly, at which point it really does reaffirm that like, what is the point of me playing this? The alternatives are the ones that are like the slow death, the agonizing crawl towards defeat with like almost no way around that. Let's see. Oh, we can get one of these. Drink 1 out of 4 possible potions. Contains a buff that lasts the entire mining session. Go for that. What do I spend my copper on? Mining area size. What else do we have to spend copper on? Yeah, stats. 9% chance to add 1 second to the timer every second. Huh. Keep me here forever, I guess. Chance to spawn a rock when a rock is mined. Yeah, there's a number of options up in here. I guess I should probably come back and boost the mine a little bit. I've kind of been ignoring it. I think, once again, better for... better for... if I'm playing full, like, idle, just let the game play itself for a while. And since I'm not doing that, it doesn't really feel particularly important for me to do so. Well, that was lucrative. Ancient device. Do we keep mining? Keep mining. We go until we hit 2,000 gold, then we come back. I don't know why I'm fully talking about roguelikes here. I think it's just kind of in my head. Well, okay, I guess to go back to it, I wanted to talk about like build crafting and whatnot. So right now I'm going for this kind of like enlarged circle mining zone, which I think is actually kind of neat and has some fun play, along with the like tiny circles that shoot off from, you know, my main mining point. And it's one of those where like I legitimately would love to be able to keep putting resources into that in some way, shape, or form. That a lot of incremental games, I feel like they tease you with interesting ideas and builds and stuff, but they tend to also be kind of homogenous, or at least not offer that many options. And so you get teased with something cool, but you can never turn it into something meaningful or substantial. Or you can, but it's not like it's just a numerical increase, like, oh, the circles do more damage now. It's like, no, I want to be able to like spend my level up points to specifically boost those circles somehow. An easy way to do it would be to have like certain perks that show up on the level up screen that only, oh yeah, what do the potions do? I was hoping that I'd be able to choose on those, but I suppose not. Okay, give ourselves a bit more time, call it a day. Oh, there was something else I could invest into. We'll get to it in a second. But on the flip side, with those extra stats, just being overall boosted, I think that includes the size. Oh, we should see about better pickaxes at this point. Because I bet there's some better pickaxes I can potentially grab. Okay, artifacts. Right. We got this one. The mine is now 5% faster. Cool. What about the anvil? Needs resource we don't have. There's beam damage. Yeah, so whatever this new resource is, there it is. Okay. That should give us some options. Technically, it does kind of limit some things a bit. The more resource types we throw into the mix, the more resources we throw into the mix, the less specific of those resources we will get. Sort of. Let's do one more loop. Though I will say, don't think it matters, especially with the, you know, resource boosters that have been stacking so far. We're just gonna have oodles of resources one way or another. It just might be slightly slower for some of them. That should be more than good enough. Go back to the anvil. Craft a new pickaxe. Yeah, it's just marginally better every single time. Okay, so what can we buy with this? I guess we can increase the spawn chances of some of these. Okay, beam size. A couple other things. Chance to spawn a rock when another rock is mined. There it is. 1 extra talent point per 3 levels. Alright. Kind of overkill, but I guess now we're just going for that much iron. Not the cheapest, but yeah, we want those talent points to kind of keep ahead of the talent leveling curve. Also say with all these like extra sources of damage, we are definitely getting a lot better coverage than we were earlier. Oh, there was the golden chest. I didn't know it could show up later. There we go. I think if I do another video of this, and I honestly might, maybe not immediately, we will see how people feel about it. I think it's definitely one of those where I'm going to turn on my own music, though. I am suppressing yawns. Should probably upgrade some stuff, but we really want... Well, we don't want to spend iron on anything. We can spend all of our other resources. Those are safe. I'm very glad I went with that random chance to have just like a much bigger cursor. Because yeah, I think a lot of the proc effects are per pickaxe hit. And that actually is valuable. Okay, so we could do double-double. What do we spend my copper on? I do wish these were had colored borders or an icon showing me like, hey, this is a copper upgrade. Because I'm actually not seeing anything that really requires much for copper. A little bit up there. There we go. Oh, there's also that one. Save 5,500. Does give me a lot of value, though. There we go. I'll kind of scoot through. But to kind of keep going with that build thing, you know, I like the lasers, but I think I like the circles better for entirely arbitrary reasons. And I wish it was one of those where, like, these had loadouts or deeper trees that would go into one ability versus others. There we go. Because, yeah, we want as many of those talent points as we possibly can get. The level up cost is expensive. Ooh. Upgrade. I think actually in retrospect, I'd probably go for the beams over the circles. Much as the circles are good. Because I think the beams work on a per click basis, or not click basis, per pickaxe hit, whereas I think the circles are a little bit more time oriented. Okay, we get the Royal Ring. Chance to receive double experience. Cool. I'm just gonna spend my copper on that. That should go much faster. Yeah, do we save that up? I don't know. Let's keep going. It's definitely one of those where, like, some incremental games, once you hit the point where, like, you have full automation, it's just easier to let the automation go. I guess I talked about that earlier. This one seems like it definitely pushes you more towards an active play style. And go figure, you can't even do the mining system otherwise. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well. Nope, can't get that one. Can max that out, which is good. Now what do I spend my copper on? Some of these are goofy expensive. Let's see, spawn a pickaxe, hit a random rock. That's every pickaxe hit. So actually, that's really good. If I can max these out. We should probably also just, like, push the sides a little bit. See if I can keep finding new resources to add to the mix. Yeah, those bonus pickaxes actually are very good. Because they'll just mine... Admittedly, they'll just mine anything. But I'll still mine everything. Let's see. Keep on mining. That was not the most lucrative of locations. Let's hope soon we get a bunch of talent points so I can get another one of those levels. Definitely not this one. Maybe it was the last one. I can hope. Okay, keep breaking those. Yeah, some of these are dang pricey. What is this one? Pickaxe hit has a chance to stick a dynamite. Huh. This is the mining area size. It costs 1,000,000 something. Oh, that's nothing. We want to save our copper, I think, at this point, to try and get the ore value. Yeah, the rock spawn chance. Like, some of these over here are probably good. Though I think what I should do is go for mining random rocks with my pickaxe. Because I don't actually know which is better, the beams, the mine a random pickaxe, or these circles. There's no way to check, like, DPS or effectiveness or anything like that. It'd be cool if the mine a random rock thing I could actually get to do, like, or if I could control it in some way, like, hey, aim for rocks that are partly mined already outside of my circle. Alas. When the circle go big, that just feels special. I don't know why, it's just something like, oh yeah, mine everything. That's one of the other ones that I'd be like happy to spec into, quote unquote build wise, is just Uber cursor. Just mine as hard as I possibly can. I wonder if I will get to the point where I can actually hit most of the screen. Maybe. But these are expensive. 1,500 is tough. Yeah, don't want to touch that. Double the value of everything. And then I could also start saving up the iron for the 3,000 iron there. I think I still want to go for mine a random rock first. I'm going to test these. If I can. Oh, nope, we do actually have enough talent points. Out of a mining session, flowers appear. Sure. It's not much. But it's a small experience gain increase, which means hopefully more levels. The random shapes would have been tempting, though. And potentially good. Let's see. Nope. Didn't get it. Now let's go back. Upgrade. More full iron rocks. I just want to see if any of these get me another resource. But we might have to keep waiting for that one. And I'd actually love to see one of these games kind of expressed as a roguelike. This crossed with Luck Be a Landlord would be really interesting. We could actually more like directly control the pool of ores, so you could do some really goofy things. Like adjacency bonuses and stuff. Ooh. My brain is cooked by roguelikes. It's weird. I've seen a lot of people specifically talking about like, it's another roguelike or another roguelike mode. I think the problem is like, there's so many roguelikes that aren't good that are coming out, but they're high profile enough that people kind of get sick of them. What are good examples of this? I actually have no idea if it was good or not. I know like God of War had a roguelike mode, but I never got around to it because it was kind of added later. I find with a lot of those games, it's not really worth my time, especially if I've already beaten it. It's like, oh, we added a roguelike mode. I mean, cool, your gameplay was fun, but not enough to like make me come, I don't want to say out of retirement to give it another shot, but it does kind of feel like that with some older games that still get these like big updates months or years after they're done. I think it's a serious issue with like solo games where, you know, it's like, oh, we've dropped this big update. And I'm like, I beat you a year ago. If it's one of those where it's like, what's a good example? I mean, gonna old man this here a bit, but I really miss when games had expansion packs rather than these like mid-story DLCs. So, like if any of you have ever played Red Alert, Yuri's Revenge, or StarCraft Brood War are like some of the most perfect examples of, hey, please come back and play more of our game. We added more. Both of them added, you know, whole new layers to everything, you know, tons of new units to the factions, a sequel in and of itself. And that's what, I mean, pretty much every expanded bit of like Blizzard RTSs, because going from StarCraft, you know, base game to Brood War, like Brood War just picks up where StarCraft ended, kind of, sort of, but then also has kind of its own story, and then it's the same game but also better in ways. Yuri's Revenge, I think, was a little bit more of a like weird side grade, probably not for everybody, but it added a new faction. The new faction was insane. The plot was insane. I don't know, it just felt good. Okay. Gosh, that's expensive. Probably worth it. We want to get that one too. Probably just focus on both of those, because we're bottlenecking here by the prices. And I can almost assume a lot of it has to do with the fact that, yeah, I should be focused on getting just income boosters. I'm trying to think of other games. Oh, I mean, like, I would say a lot of CRPG expansions back in the day also just added kind of more. I liked how Neverwinter Nights did it, where you could continue with your character, or you could side hop to, or just start a new character and start fresh, because the stories were connected but usually standalone. So there's no like, I needed to have played the base game to understand this. But now it feels like I get so many games where I'm like, hey, cool, this is fun. And then I'm done. And then I get an email or I see a notification of like, we expanded the game in some meaningful fashion. I mean, here's the director's edition that fixes all the story. And I'm like, I thought the story was fine? Or, there's some other good examples of this. I don't know. Like, I really want to get into Rogue Trader, probably. Because I've gotten really big into Warcraft in general recently, and I love the idea of... What? Oh, did I say Warcraft? Sorry, I was talking about StarCraft earlier. I've gotten into Warhammer a lot lately. And it's one of those where I want to play some 40k games. And so I want to get into Rogue Trader, but I saw they had like this ambitious release schedule for their game of like expanded side content, stories, new characters and stuff. And my brain was just like, if you play, or my thoughts on the game instantly went from, well, I guess I'm not playing this for a couple of years, because if I'm going to be putting in dozens or hundreds of hours into a game, I want to be able to play it when it's ideal in its most complete form. I don't want to have to play like the inferior version and then find out that there's a better version on the horizon, you know, further updates or anything. It's why I usually don't play early access games anymore, at least not to any like consistent degree, because it's just not worth my time. I think so much of this is probably a result of Pokemon. I mean, no, I think most of you watching this video statistically are well above the age that you would remember back when Pokemon would release, you know, that ABC game. So Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. And like Yellow wasn't that much of an enhancement. I liked it, but it wasn't like amazingly special. It was just a little bit more. I feel like Gold and Silver into Crystal, that was a bit of a jump because it added the battle tower. It had a whole side story for Suicune and stuff. And I think like more legendaries and some other bits that made it more valuable to play. Okay, mine has a chance to mine twice as fast. No. Pickaxe has a chance to turn into a hammer. Rocks mined with a hammer are insta-mined and worth double. Start of a mining session, cursor has a chance to turn gold. I think I'm gonna go for the hammer. Midas Touch sounds good, but I think we're more likely to get the hammers to trigger. Maybe? And I've seen it happen a couple of times already. That's definitely one of those where I wish we would, I hope there's more of that upgrade in the pool, because I think that would be really nice. Being able to get that up to even like a 5% or something like that. Though that's probably a tall ask. But there was kind of a certain point in and around Pokemon. I think it was actually Pokemon Black and White, which ironically was the time when this didn't work. But I remember being a little fatigued by Pokemon, just having, you know, Omega, or not even Omega Ruby, just Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And it's like, oh, Emerald is just the better version with the extra story content and whatnot. I wish I had waited. Even though I liked Emerald, I liked Sapphire a lot-ish. I still think it was one of the weakest Pokemon games, but I still enjoyed it. But, on a personal level, it was one of those where it was kind of deflating because I didn't want to buy Emerald. Now, my parents wouldn't let me buy that many games, and to have this like expanded version of the game I already had come out, it was deflating because I didn't want to use my like one of my few video game purchases of the year on something that I already owned. Because that just felt genuinely bad. Whereas conversely, for Pokemon Black, I was like, I don't know, I'll get around to it. Whenever they do the like gray version or something like that. And then they hoodwinked me and came out with Black and White 2. So kind of missed the bus on that one. I probably should have, as soon as they announced that, and I realized that like, oh, they're not doing a you know, 1.5 version of the game. I should have just gone out and picked up Pokemon Black. And then I skipped Black 2 because I hadn't really played Black to completion. And now I own none of them. It's the only Pokemon game I don't own. And like, we've picked up Pokemon White too. We got lucky at a used game store and they sold it for... What was that? Yeah. Well, Shell has it. What? Oh, White was at the store. We already had White too. That's what it was. Okay. But yeah, I got lucky and found it at a used game store for a much lower price than normal because they just wanted us to stop looking over their shoulder while they were pricing games. And they're like, you know, here, I know you're interested in White too. Take it. Here's the price. And the price was like, you know, like maybe a third off from what it normally retails at this point, which is super nice. But we have yet to get so lucky with Pokemon Black. I guess the other Pokemon game I don't own is Soul Silver and Heart Gold. That one I missed out on. I feel bad about, but I was just poor college student, kind of hard to get into it. And then, oops, it's pricey. I've been kind of feeling that about parts of the games industry, and I know if I wait long enough, there will be some kind of like Redux version, or they re-release it, or something. Pokemon's kind of good at that, but it's still one of those where it feels kind of bad because it's not always the same. So like the recent Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes were okay. I picked them up and I'm glad I did, but I just didn't have the like excitement going into them that I did with like the originals. And you know, the change in the aesthetic messes with things a little bit, and they changed all the format, and so it's like it's the same but it's different, and I miss the old original version. It's kind of why I'm like a big fan of just re-releases, very light remasters, you know, polish out some of the bugs, make sure it runs on modern platforms. Ideally, if it's an older game, make sure it runs on the Switch and the Steam Deck. Like those are the two platforms I feel like every old game should be able to run on at this point, and every developer should try and like target those two. Or I guess the Switch 2 at this point. I don't know. It feels like we're very quickly reaching that kind of like upper limit where games can't get that much better. And so it'd be kind of nice if just a lot of older games got updated. To be compatible. Okay. Grab the last of that. Let's start looking around. That's 15,000 iron. Pricey. More gold rocks. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, a lot of these are locking me off. Dynamite explosion size. And damage. I'm glad we have this whole dynamite tree over here. I just wish we had the tree for the circle shots. Or the lasers. I mean, the lasers have a little bit of a tree. Which, speaking of, I should probably spec into a little bit. But then we should probably also end this video because I am going over duration. We're just going to be chucking the kitchen sink at them. It's kind of why I'm like a big fan of the idea of like loadouts for these games, where you can only bring a couple of things with you. And if you want to, you can expand the loadout, but sometimes I'd rather just like spec into the one thing in my loadout instead. Ideas. And other bits. Okay. What else do we have? Unfortunately, none of that is a new resource for me. So I don't really know where to go next, and that's okay. What is this one? Oh, only 1,800 iron, so that would be good. All right, well, one way or another, I guess I should probably have mentioned this at this point. So Keep On Mining, it is Keep On Mining, right? Yeah, Keep On Mining is available on Steam, I think. No, I'll just put this video out when the game actually launches. It was having some release issues, and so it's been delayed like a little bit. Not sure how long that's going to be, but it won't matter for you. So yeah, it's available now if you do want to pick it up. It's a neat little incremental game. It's not one that's going to take like hours and hours. I think it's like a 3 to 4 hour experience. So it would only take me like 2 more videos to complete. And so I think I very well might do that at some point. For now though, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.